I love that. It is Joel Corey and Emma Nikkei with Head and Heart on BBC Radio Lancashire. Welcome to the show on this Thursday afternoon. It is definitely afternoon. It's 19 minutes past 12. I'm Sharon Hartley, chuttering in your ear until 2 o'clock this afternoon. And it is a Thursday, which means it's now time for a bit of this. Passion. It's not fashion. One day we will get that updated. Each week on the show, you hear from someone who lives right here in Lancashire, who shares their passion. They might have grown up in Lancashire, they might still live in Lancashire, and it could be absolutely anything. This week, you're going to hear from Kimberly Kay from Rossendale, and her passion is skiing.
Skiing was all started really as a response to Ski Rossendale. So we were just 5 minutes from the slope growing up, and it was really where kind of, you know, our kind of lives and social lives, you know, everything sort of began. And so skiing's just wonderful, and I think we're really blessed in Lancashire. We do have the option to be able to, you know, to get on the hills and try the sport, and so that was kind of what drew us to it, and it stuck as the family sport.
Kim, just take me back to when you were a little girl growing up in Rossendale, and share some of your memories of spending so much time at the ski slope there.
We had great friends there, and obviously, you know, it is Lancashire, so we had everything from boiling hot summer days when we were racing on the slope through to torrential downpours and skiing. But actually skiing on dry slopes when you get rain makes it really fast, and so that was really, really exciting and invigorating. So we skied in all conditions, and we raced there, we learned to ski there. I later worked at the slope, and so it's great now to see that it's back open, it's a thriving venue, so it's brilliant, and it's really sort of shaped our lives.
Kim, I imagine being a skier, you've skied all over the world, which we'll talk a little bit about in just a minute, but how does it compare, skiing on a dry ski slope to skiing on actual snow?
How does it compare? It's a slightly different experience, because if people don't know what dry ski slope is, it can be either matte like a carpet, or it can be like, basically it's like kind of squares of diamonds really of bristles, and so there's a different resistance to skiing on snow. But I mean, it's definitely worth trying, and if people are wanting to try skiing, then you can learn and get to grips with the basics. And also if you're an experienced skier, you can get ski fit on a dry slope if you then wanting to go on holiday or something. So it's not the same, it's slightly different, but there are things that are the same, which are the sort of freedom of it, and going through the air, and, you know, and feeling the exhilaration of it. And those things, you know, you're out in nature, those things are, you know, are common things. Obviously different experiences, you know, for different environments, but there's a lot of those great feelings you can get from it, which, let's face it, we all need positive feelings.
Absolutely we do. And Kim, where else have you skied in the world, and how does it compare to being back home in Rossendale?
We skied a lot in Europe, and my brother has worked a lot out in Europe, so and I worked in Austria teaching children to ski myself, again from the foundations at Rossendale. We skied in the States. The most extreme skiing that I've done was heli skiing in Russia, and then over the border into Georgia.
Wow.
So yeah, we wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for that slope, you know, the home slope. But yeah, it's just led to so many amazing experiences, and I think that's one of the things that I try to, because I'm an illustrator now, and I brought together art and skiing together to create a book about skiing and to help people to try the sport. But underpinning all of that is basically about tuning into when we feel like joy feelings, and then trying to understand, you know, what our passions are through that. And I think that can really enhance your life, and that, you know, kind of that underpins the work that I do.
That was Kimberly Kay from Rossendale talking to me all about her passion of skiing, which led her to another passion of writing. Do stay tuned. You'll be hearing more from Kim Kay from Rossendale very, very shortly here on BBC Radio Lancashire. It's 24 minutes past 12 now, and enjoy this. It's Mariah Carey and Vision of Love. What I'm looking for on BBC Radio Lancashire. Welcome to the show on this Thursday afternoon. It is 28 minutes to 1. I'm Sharon Hartley with you until 2 o'clock. And then from 2 o'clock, you have got Nish taking you through Thursday afternoon. Busy show coming up with Nishma after 2 o'clock. Now, more from Kimberly Kay from Rossendale, who's sharing her passion of skiing with you on the show today. Lockdown, of course, meant she wasn't able to ski or travel. So instead, she threw herself into another passion.
I've been working on illustrations. I've been illustrating using ski themes, equipment, and then trying to represent the exhilaration of skiing, where often people have got, they've got a hat on or a helmet and big goggles and, a big collar, and I can't see their faces and the joy that people are experiencing. So I decided to start illustrating that. And then that went through into a process where I thought, you know what, I've got all this time of lockdown. What am I going to do? Well, why don't I see if I can turn it into a book? So I worked more on it, pitched it to a publisher, and they called me back within an hour of me sending this concept document and said, yeah, we're interested.
That's
and
incredible.
I know the book's now on, you can now pre-order it for a December delivery. And it's
Absolutely
just been a whirlwind.
It sounds like it, but what was that like, having to sort of swap the exhilaration of being outdoors, be it on a dry ski slope or in the actual mountains, for sitting down calmly at a desk and writing a book?
I feel a bit like I've been in a perpetual winter really the last sort of 18 months because I've kind of crossed over into a time where I'm spending more time looking at my ski illustrations and the work that I was creating than I was anything else. And sometimes I go outside and think, oh, it's summer.
Yeah. And how did it make you feel, Kim, when you realised that this was happening and, oh my goodness me, I've written a book during lockdown?
I was trying not to be overwhelmed. I pitched the idea. There was a lot of the work I'd already done, but I was just amazed and delighted. And then I had to do the rest of the work to make it real. And so I really had to apply myself. Like I say, the lockdown times and restrictions really helped me to be able to focus. And I love painting. I love like the movement of the pigment and the water on the paper and what it does. It's a kind of magic. And so it's bringing the passion of skiing and the passion of mountains together with my passion for art and painting.
What's next? Any plans for book number 2?
What's next? Oh, it was a lot of work. So I'm not planning book number 2 at the moment. I'd always wanted to do a book, but I never really knew what it would be about. And then suddenly, kind of like this sort of all just fell into place, with a lot of work, obviously. But what I'd like to do now is to turn some of these illustrations from the book into home decor items. Like you might have cushions, you might have.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably be a bit more maybe for the kind of American market, but yeah. So I'm really busy at the moment though, getting the word out there about the book, because I want people to be able to, if there might be people out there that might enjoy skiing and might get something from it, I want to be able to. The book's meant to demystify it so that people feel like they've got the information they need to try it. So I really want to try and get that out there to people.
I think I could actually do with a copy of that book from Kim. I've only ever done skiing a couple of times, and both times it ended really, really badly. That was Kimberly Kay from Rossendale sharing her passion of skiing with you on the show today, and of course writing as well and illustrating. A talented woman. Kim's book is called Ski A to Z, which you can pre-order from your local bookstore or of course online. And do feel free to do what Kim did. Get in touch. Send me an email, sharon.hartley@bbc.co.uk. Share your passion with me. Let's have a chat. You are listening to BBC Radio Lancashire. It's 24 minutes to 1 now, and here's the new one from James Blunt.